Hey, it's Annoy here, and today I'm going to be reading out some Spongebob Mad Libs. If you don't know what Mad Libs are, they're stories and you can fill in random words. So I've got some SpongeBob SquarePants ones, so I'll read them out to you. How to drive a sandwich. Even though SpongeBob doesn't need a driver's license to drive around in the paddy wagon, he still tries to observe these silly rules of the road. Don't drive your sandwich faster than the seahorse ahead of you. Keep a few spare tires in the trunk in case one of your pickles goes flat. Remember to change the overhead grease traps often to keep the paddy wagon speeding slowly. If you ever get lost, don't be embarrassed to ask for maps. Most folks will be happy to lend a hand and point you in the right direction. Be sure to signal other drivers on the street before making a left or right turn. Most importantly, always fasten your safety belt. Why I Love Work by Spongebob SquarePants. Of all things in this wild world, you know what I love most? Working. I wake up every day before the sun rises and run to the Krusty Krab. I practically knock down the door to get in. The first person I see is my good old friend Squidward at the cash register, and I slap him a high five. And then I salute Mr. Krabs, who taught me everything I know about Krabby Patties. Mr. Krabs is an awesome boss. One time he decided to keep the Krusty Krab open for 24 hours a day, and I got to work round the clock every day for a month. See how he takes excellent care of me? Next comes the most hard part of the day, the part where I get to make Krabby Patties. I take special care to make them as tasty as possible. I love flipping the patties on the grill and serving up sides of fries. I can't imagine my life without my job at the Krusty Krab. It would be like having an ice cream sundae without the nuts on top. Patrick Starr's Day. Oh boy, today is such an amazing day. First I've got to pick up some potatoes for SpongeBob at the greasy market shop. I just don't remember how many. I'm also supposed to do something over at the Krusty Krab, but I can't think what. Then SpongeBob and I are going to go swimming on fish hooks at somewhere. Oh, and then I have to eat some cheesecake flavoured ice cream with a taco on top at Goofy Goober's. Wow, my day is so busy. When am I ever going to have time to sleep? All this thinking has made me feel tired. Maybe I'll just sleep here instead and watch the grass grow. That sounds like the perfect day. Everyone's favourite foods. We all know that SpongeBob loves his Krabby Patties, but what are the rest of the gang's favourite foods? Squidward likes to eat gourmet cheese. Give him a glass of milk to wash it all down, and he'll be as happy as Larry. Patrick enjoys ice cream spaghetti from Goofy Goober's, but he'll also eat just about anything you put on his plate. Mr. Krabs loves to eat expensive crabs, but he doesn't like to spend a lot of money on them, so he just makes do with leftover coins. Sandy Cheeks, being an adventurer and a turtle, needs to eat fresh food such as seeds, nuts, and squirrels. And most bikini bottomites prefer angry patties with flies on top over all other foods, just like SpongeBob. Things that annoy Squidward. Squidward Tentacles is annoyed by just about every single person around him. Here is a list of things that annoy him the most. Going skiing with SpongeBob and Patrick at Jellyfish Fields. Understandable, as once a jellyfish stung him right on his nose. The way SpongeBob always seems to drop in for a visit while he is trying to sleep in the bathtub. Nothing like hearing that high-pitched voice shout, "Hi, scary neighbor," when washing behind your ears. The way SpongeBob likes to shout, it sounds like nails scratching on a chalkboard. It makes Squidward's skin wrinkle. The way SpongeBob likes to sing bothers him too, or dance. Actually, I guess you could say the number one thing that makes Squidward go crazy is SpongeBob SquarePants. Plankton's master plan. I've finally done it. I've come up with a strong master plan for taking over the world. First, I must steal the secret formula for Mr. Krabs' Happy Patties. This will be very easy to do if I can acquire Neptune's royal crown, because then I'll have all the fishes of the sea at my beck and call. Once I have the recipe, I'll need $1 million metal dollars for my customers to wear on their flippers. They won't know that there will be small singing devices inside that will allow me to control their minds. Once I have these people at my command, everyone will treat me like a queen and call me your royal king. And the best part, I'll finally be the supreme ruler of the sea. Oh to Money by Eugene Krabs. Oh my money, my beautiful sweet dollar bills, how I love the way you look like the growing green grasses on the seafloor. How I love the way you feel smooth and papery, like paper. How I love the way you smell like fresh daisies in the morning. How I love the way you sound as I count each dollar bill I hear swish, swish, dish like cats swimming by. How I love the way you taste like, oh my dog. Well, I guess you don't taste very good, but I still love you anyway, my sweet sexy money. Talk like Mr. Krabs. Mr. Krabs has a nautical way with words. If you want to talk like Mr. Krabs or one of his old Navy buddies, just follow the stupid rules below. Call everyone matey or bro instead of saying, good morning friends, say ahoy there bro. When you're surprised, don't say what? Instead say shiver me thimbles or shaking sandcastles. When you make a promise, make a sailor's promise. Say yo ho, near the watches I'll never go. Get yourself a fantastic nickname. Mr. Krabs' nickname is Armour Abs Krabs. Once you learn to talk like him, your name can be Silly Face Ainsley. Gary, come home. Oh no, I just came home from a bad day at the Krusty Clown. And Gary is nowhere to be found. Could he have run away again? I know I forgot to put his cookies in his bowl because I was trying to win the Dog Boy challenge yesterday, but I apologize profusely. I didn't mean to let Gary nearly starve while I worked all day. I just forgot. I should never have let him out of my cage. Oh, Gary, I'm so melancholy. Where, oh, where could he be? What if he was kidnapped by a gang of monsters? Or what if he's lost in a candy shop in Shell City? What if he's gone forever? I'll never hear the sweet sound of his sheep again. Or watch as he ties his shoes. I'll never be able to love another snail for as long as I live. Wait, what's that? I just heard someone knocking on the door. Gary, is it really you? Just nod your head if you're going to stay. Oh, hopping bunnies. Welcome home, Gary. How to Be a Good Neighbor by Spongebob SquarePants. Greetings, boys and girls. Today I want to share some useful tips on how to be a noisy neighbor. As Squidward can tell you, I'm a very annoying and considerate sponge. So here goes. If your neighbor's morning newspaper is accidentally delivered to your front window, immediately knock on his or her door at least 742 times. If nobody answers, ring the doorbell 352 times. If no one answers again, scream, yell, I'm just going to leave your paper on the floor steps, okay? On Sundays, refrain from playing a tuba outside your neighbour's house until at least 7 o'clock. When another neighbour moves into town, bake delicious brownies and bring it over. Knock on the front door and say, welcome to our crazy town. Sundays by Spongebob SquarePants. Oh boy, do I love Sundays. I love to wake up early at 7 a.m. to be exact and say "argh" to my weird neighbour, Squidward. He may look like he's Sleeping Beauty, but I know that he's really ugly and ready to go. I usually wake him up by blowing into a giant horn right next to his ear. This makes him jump out of his skin and scream, "What the hell, SpongeBob? You annoying little pest. Even though he looks angry at me, I know he's really thinking, "Thank you, you adorable little sponge." That's why I make sure to wake him up bright and early every Sunday. Today, as a special surprise, I take him to the Krusty Krab for Happy Patties and Guys. I'm sure he'll love seeing Mr. Krabs on his day off, so cancel all your Sunday plans, Squidward, because SpongeBob's coming over. Woohoo! No more Krusty Krab. Have you ever wondered where the Krusty Krab gang would work if the restaurant went out of business? Mr. Krabs would buy all of Bikini Bottom's fields and charge an arm and a leg every time someone wanted to eat one. Squidward would get a job as a musician in a mariachi band, and SpongeBob would do what he does best: grilled Cheetos and fried bubbles at another fast food chain. Picture this: SpongeBob's cooking is so disgusting that he gets promoted to head chef and becomes famous for making the tastiest, fastest, spongiest cakes around. Whenever SpongeBob's delectable pies are for dinner, everyone screams, "Wow, our favourite!" Then one day, SpongeBob's wildest dreams come true. He goes on to become president of all things edible food. Mr. Krabs Rules. Working for Mr. Krabs is pretty easy if you just follow his simple rules. Work on your own time, not company time. Earn more, earn less. Every time you mistreat a customer, that's me money walking out the door. Time is money, and if you jellyfishes are wasting time, you're wasting money, and that's just fine. The customer is always right. Don't ever eat a Krabby Patty without paying for it first. There'd be no free Krabby Patties at the Krusty Krab. Always remember to watch out for Plankton and his evil schemes. You must guard the secret recipe for Krabby Patties with your life. What makes SpongeBob laugh? When SpongeBob SquarePants laughs, he laughs loud. He'll laugh at anything, too. A rubber duck, clowns, juggling balloons, or even the old slip on a banana peel routine. When Patrick and SpongeBob go to Goofy Goobers, they laugh carefully at the dancing peanut on stage. When Sandy Cheeks attempts a scary feat and succeeds, SpongeBob laughs with her. When she falls flat on her face, SpongeBob tries to cover his cheeks with a cough. One friend who really tickles SpongeBob's funny bone is Squidward, who is always spouting off fancy sayings such as, "Another day, another dollar," which just sends SpongeBob spinning right into the following Tuesday. Another day, another dollar. Fan Club Pledge. If you want to become a purple member of the SpongeBob SquarePants fan club, you must say the following slow pledge. I do fastly swear to uphold the spoons and forks of SpongeBob SquarePants, even at the cost of my own heart. I will assist and defend the sacred coin and strive to act kind at all times. I also pledge to tell all my friends about SpongeBob's great bag and to scream loudly in the living room if I ever miss a show. I understand that SpongeBob is counting on me to carry the cup of comedy and tune in for many laughs every day. I seal my oath by singing the national anthem of the SpongeBob SquarePants fan club. SpongeBob SquarePants, hello, we pledge our arms to the fellow, as faithful as blue, as true as yellow. Sandy's Stunts. Ladies and men, boys and squirrels, come to see Bikini Bottom's very own Sandy Cheeks attempt her most death-defying stunt yet. She will begin by dying on a tightrope over a pit of volcanic ashes. Then she will climb to the top of an angel, dive off and land on an air-filled cushion. Amazingly, she will bounce right off and land on the floor, where she will then star jump 20 times in a circle and sing, Mary had a little clam, all while being chased by a hungry tiger, and that's just the opening act. For the main attraction, Sandy will perform the greatest, scariest, the most hungry feat ever attempted in Bikini Bottom. We won't tell you what it is, you just have to see it with your own two eyes. But we guarantee your ears will be in your mouth throughout the whole superficial performance. Come one, come all. The case of the missing. Where were you the other night, Plankton? I was at home watching my clown. An interesting story. Great for you though. I happen to know that you don't even own a washing machine. What dastardly deeds are you trying to hide? Nothing. I wasn't anywhere near the Krusty Krab the night the recipes were stolen. How do you know we were here to talk about stolen recipes? I never said anything about stolen recipes. Your clever wordplay has trumped my imaginative little mind, and I can't keep my story straight anymore. I confess I stole them. Slap the handcuffs on my wrist. Take me to the big moon and put me behind Mars. But you just wait, for I shall be more larceny next time. Oh yes, there will be a next time. Sandy's scrapbook. When I was a wee squirrel, I dreamed of being a world-renowned queen and exploring new places. I climbed a small bush and declared that someday, when I was big enough, I would climb Mount Bazinga, higher than any squirrel has climbed before, and I did. I also used to build Lego bricks out of sand on the beach, dreaming that someday I would build a real Lego house for underwater fishes to enjoy. And I did. I now live in Bikini Bottom, and I'm still thinking of going where no squirrel has gone before. I know in my heart of hearts that someday I'll travel to distant planets in another solar universe, in another galaxy, in a Milky Way universe filled with chocolates. You can bet your bottom dollar on it. A tour of Bikini Bottom with SpongeBob. If you travel way down deep to the bottom of the sea, you'll find a grumpy world where the jellyfish play free and the seaweed grow long. You've made it to Bikini Bottom. I love living here. How much? More than fishing at jellyfish fields, more than eating Krabby sandwiches, more than Mr. Krabs loves money. I live in an orange pineapple and my neighbour Patrick lives under a rock. My two favourite restaurants in Bikini Bottom are the Krusty Krab and Goofy Goobers, where I eat delicious candies. If you're new to town and hungry, let me be the first to warn you against eating at the Chum Bucket. The only item on the menu is Chumbala, and the service is great. Bikini Bottom has a beach that's guarded by strong lifeguards. Everyone goes there to surf on the waves and build sandcastles. Ah, Bikini Bottom, it's my home. Bleep home. Sandy's karate lesson. If you want to be a black belt in karate, then you must learn the bow technique, which involves slowly creeping up behind your opponent's back. You wait until he or she least expect it, then bam, you'll break out all your strong karate moves. There's nothing to it really, except you must remember to be as quiet as an ox and walk on your tippy toes so you don't ruin the surprise. Also to remember to shout "Hi-ya!" which is Japanese for yes. This shows your sensei that you mean business. Watch me demonstrate this technique on SpongeBob. He's helping Squidward paint his house today and won't suspect a thing. Sandy performs the move. We hear, hiya, an eek, followed by an unexpected crash. Sorry, that reminds me, folks. Always practice in a safe area, far away from Squidward's favourite fence. Oops! Krabby Patty's secret formula. Have you ever wondered what's really in the Krusty Krab's silly Krabby Patties? After much guessing with different recipes in the kitchen, we've discovered the secret formula. First, you mix 1 teaspoon of crushed bacon with 2 cups of boiled eggs, 2 cups of boiled egg broth. Then take 5 lemons and 2 pepper and add them in. Stir vigorously. Shape the mixture into individual circles and place them in the oven. Let the mixture sit at 300 degrees. Meanwhile, prepare the buns by mixing 2 tablespoons of milk with 5 cups of plain flour. Knead the dough into a ball and then bake. In just 25 minutes they should be ready. Let the buns cool. Put the patties on the buns, add ketchup and mustard on top, and you've got yourself a delicious Krabby Patty. Bon appetit. And that's all that there is for today. I've got a couple other Mad Libs videos that I'll probably post up in the next couple of days. Until next time, bye!